Hello and welcome to another video on Neo FPV, where this video is a first look video at, yes, what you can see in front of you, the Tramp HV, which is the new VTX from ImmersionRC with the new touch and race compatible functionality, which we'll talk about shortly. Not many people have got hold of these yet. They literally hit our store yesterday. I think that Immersion told me there was only 1,000 made in the first batch, and we got around 50 of these out of that batch. So yeah, great. And we're going to have a quick look at what you get in the box. We're also going to have a look at what different cables you get. We're also going to look at what the specs are and how you can use this. So hope you enjoyed this video, and let's get to the unboxing. Okay, so as you can see, it comes in a fairly neat looking square, pretty small package really compared to other VTXs on the market. They seem to come in fairly big packaging, where this comes in a nice little neat package. It's got the specs on the side here, which we can have a quick look at if we can get it in focus. So you can see that it's got 40 standard ratio controlled channels. It outputs at 1 milliwatt through to 600 milliwatts. You can see 25 milliwatts in the EU. It's got TNR support, which is the touch and race, and the chip is included. We'll have a look at that in a second. It has audio functionality. It talks about the antenna, which is UFL to SMA, so there's no RP SMA option at the moment. And the input voltage, as you can see, is 2S to 4S LiPo. So it can be used on a good variety of different quads. So I think we should get this out of the box. It's a slidey type box. As you can see, it's all fairly well packaged. Here we have the VTX itself and its nice own little anti-static bag. We have the RF touch and race chip, and again in its own nice anti-static bag. And then we have the cable pack in its own just normal sort of standard zippy lock bag. So let's do the boring bits first. Cables. So let's get the cables out, and let's look at the main cable that comes with it, that most people are going to be using, which is this type of connection. So I'll try and just see if I can get it in to focus. So it's a different type of connection to what Immersion normally use, which may be frustrating for some people. And for those lucky ones who got these at some of the races that Immersion have been sponsoring over the past few months, they were used as sort of guinea pigs. So they will have got a little black adapter that would convert from the standard Immersion plugs to this new plug, and unfortunately it doesn't appear that the retail version of this Tramp HV VTX comes with that adapter. So unfortunately you'll have to recable your VTX. Possibly if you were relying on a straight swap, that's not probably going to be the case. So let's have a look at this cable. As we said, this has got this new connection, and then it's got just a standard sort of I can't remember what these are called, they're not JSTs, it escapes me, but yeah, a standard sort of plug that most people are used to seeing. I've got a bunch of them here, so you can you should be pretty used to seeing these around. On the other end, that is obviously, as I say, just used for power in. On the other side we've got the output of the video and regulated power. So there's two ground cables. Don't know if you can see this, but yeah, I can't get in. Go on. But yeah, so there's two ground cables going to the one pin. So it's got shared ground for the main power in, and then the regulated power out and the video. So we'll look at where that plugs in into the actual VTX in a second. You've got a similar cable here, which is completely bare on all ends. So you can, if you don't want to use that type of plug, then you can just use this one, and it's just basically the same. So the last cable is this cable here, which is probably going to be the newest cable to anyone that hasn't seen a Tramp yet. This is the cable that connects these two boards together. So let's next have a look at this, which is the RF board. So you might not be able to see it. I'll see if I can just see it, get it. You can just see it there now. So it's sort of the chip that you're used to seeing in security tags for clothes. It's what you've got in your standard credit card, debit card for contactless payments, NFC for phones, anything that's sort of RF. It's just basically a little conductor circuit here, and then it's got a small amount of little sort of chips and the sort of plug that you're going to plug into. This is version 1, and it's called the ImmersionRC race programmer. And it's got the nice little QC pass sticker, just like any other immersion product. Let's have a look. This is shrink wrapped, by the way. It's completely shrink wrapped, in case you can see, so it's completely safe to be putting down on most surfaces, as is this, the Tramp. So here we go. Let's see if we can get this into focus a bit better. There we go. So the Tramp TNR Tramp HV 5.8 video TX, and it got 6 to 18 volts input voltage, which is pretty cool. It comes with this, what looks quite big, but it's just at the fact that this is actually really small. You can see it compared to my thumb. So yeah, and it's got a, as it says on the box, it's got a Ufo connector. Really nice looking little bit of kit. This is in fact version 1.21. It just says in the corner there. I can get this back into focus again. Yeah, so just in the corner there. So if we just have a look over the ports, you've got the smaller port, which is for the race programmer. So it just plugs in just like that. And then this just plugs in like so. And you can either obviously have this permanently mounted to your quad, or you can remove it if you really want. It's really not that heavy. It's not going to add much weight. It's really quite light. The specs are on the website if you want to get the. I think it was about it might have been about 4 or 5 grams. I think. Did it say on here? 4 grams. Yeah. See, it's. You've got the specs on the side here, which you can't see at the moment. Yeah, there you go. So the Tramp HV, the smallest direct LiPo powered, and it's 32mm in length, 14mm in width, and 5mm in height, and 4 grams, like I said. So yeah, so then you would use one of these other cables depending on your setup, and that would just plug into that one there, power, and then you've got a connection off there to your camera. So that is all that I've got really to show you for the Tramp HV. It's a really nice looking VTX. I'm going to probably move to this as my go-to VTX now. Yeah, really nice. It is absolutely shockingly small. And I can't wait to get it on a quad. I'm going to be putting it onto this, which is As you can probably see, I've been painting this today. This is an Armatan SCX 200, and it's the red back edition. As you can see, it's got red paint, and I've been painting it red, and it's got red carbon, and this is going to go in that, and it's going to hopefully be built in about a week or 2 weeks time, depending on the availability of the rest of the parts. And if I get time, I'll do another review on its performance, how it performed against my other go-to favourite VTX at the moment, which is the TBS Unify. But I've been having a few problems with pigtails breaking constantly, so hopefully I'll move to this, and I can't wait to get the wands, and when those arrive I will also do a similar review. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the Tramp HV today. Make sure you check out the shop at shop.neofpv.com or neofpv.com. The Tramp HV is available. All the information is available on the website. Make sure you check out the rest of the channel, and please like and subscribe.